Welcome to this edition of LUTV News. I'm Wesley Thomas.
And I'm Ashley Higginbotham. Iran's Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif disagrees with what Rex Tillerson says about Tehran, Iran's capital. Tillerson, the U.S. Secretary of State, accused Iran's capital of destabilizing countries in the Middle East. Javad Zarif tweeted, "Worn-out U.S. accusations can't mask its admission of Iran's compliance with Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, obligating us to change course and fulfill its own commitments." In a press conference on Wednesday, Tillerson criticized the 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, commonly referred to as the JCPOA or Iran deal, and reiterated the Trump administration's plan to take action. Top House Republicans may be nearing a breakthrough on efforts to repeal and replace Obamacare. Conservative Chairman Mark Meadow and Group Leader Tom MacArthur are working toward a deal that could bring more yes votes from the conference's conservative wing. The White House has been making a push to take one more stab at health care as Trump nears his 100-day mark. But there are still significant obstacles. House Speaker Paul Ryan said that they are putting the finishing touches on their legislation, but has acknowledged the work as difficult. FCC Chairman Ajit Pai held a news conference in Washington, D.C. today to declare April as Infrastructure Month. The Commission has approved a series of measures allowing the expansion of high-speed broadband networks. On the wired side, the FCC unanimously launched a proceeding to ease access to utility poles, which will lower cost and speed deployment of new infrastructure. The FCC has also began paving the way for new 5G networks. Pai also reiterated the Commission's commitment to reducing regulations. After a series of sexual harassment claims, Fox News fired top cable news host Bill O'Reilly. 2 weeks ago, the New York Times reported that Fox stood by O'Reilly and had settled with 5 women totaling $13 million. Shortly after that report, advertisers started pulling their ads. The Times says Fox News forced O'Reilly out on Wednesday. He spent 20 years with Fox. His O'Reilly Factor is the network's top-rated program. O'Reilly calls the allegations against him unfounded and also said, "I will always look back on my time at Fox with great pride in the unprecedented success we achieved." The city of St. Louis is looking for a new chief of police. Newly elected Mayor Lyda Krewson announced that former police chief Sam Dotson had offered to retire. Dotson spent 4 years on the job. Krewson said that she and Dotson, as well as other city officials, met Wednesday, where they came to a mutual agreement for Dotson to step down. Dotson said, quote, "It was my honor and pleasure to have led the St. Louis Police Department." Bellefontaine Neighbors Police are investigating the death of 2 young men last night. Officers were sent to a home in the 10,000 block of Druid Drive Wednesday night around 6:30 and found the 2 men dead inside. Police haven't identified a motive. One victim was a recent graduate of Riverview Gardens High School, while the other was set to graduate next month. No weapon was found. The owner of Benchmark Healthcare, a nursing home in Festus, admits to misspending government money on gambling and strippers. Johnny Maxells pleaded guilty on Wednesday to 2 counts of healthcare fraud. Prosecutors told the court that for 3 years, starting in 2013, Sells stole funds provided by Medicaid for Benchmark residents. This caused food deliveries to stop, bills to be unpaid, and trash to pile up, resulting in the closing of the nursing home in September after 60 residents were relocated. Sells could be looking at up to 37 months behind bars at his sentencing set for July 25th. He will also have to pay the money back. A facelift fit for a king. The iconic St. Louis landmark King Louis IX statue in Forest Park just received a $50,000 facelift. The original plaster of the statue dates all the way back to the 1904 World's Fair. It was the first time the statue has been cleaned in 20 years. Well, Wesley, it's been super warm outside, but I don't know how long it's going to last.
I don't think too much longer. I think we'll just have it by this weekend and then it's going to get cold again. Let's see what Ivy has for us, though.
When we were 12 years old, we were just trying to make it through a day of school. Ty Trujillo, the 12-year-old son of Metallica bassist Robert Trujillo, is giving recess a break and going on tour with the metal band Korn. The young Trujillo will not be replacing Korn's typical bassist, Fieldy, but simply filling in for a few South American tour dates. Ty made his debut at the band Monday night in Bogota, Colombia.
That's it for this edition of LUTV News. I'm Wesley Thomas.
And I'm Ashley Higginbotham. Thanks for joining us.